Well, we've covered the Dimple tool in Alibre so far, but there's even more to cover. Perhaps you'd want features on your sheet metal part that are conducive to good threading, or perhaps you just want to remove material with your Dimple. Let's talk through that now. In the sheet metal modeling environment, let's continue. Last time we were able to get this raised channel using two Dimple features, but let's take a closer look at Dimple and see everything that it can do for us. First, I'll sketch on this face. Next, I'll project to sketch a reference figure, and I'll choose sketch 11, maintain association. From here I can select everything, and I can choose offset, which I'll offset a distance of 0.25. Now I have center lines running all through my channel, which I can use for later. I'll go ahead and delete this one arc so that I have a start and an end point. In a serious project, I of course would fully constrain this sketch, but for the purposes of presenting in good time, I will save that for later. We will deactivate the sketch, and I'll create one more sketch on this face. I'll create a circle, and I'll import this line from the sketch that I had made previously. And I'll choose concentric on this point and my circle center. Finally, I'll choose a diameter. I'll give this a diameter of 0.1, and we'll deactivate. Now I can choose my dimple, and my dimple comes up. I'll be daring and change this to a thickness of 3. Now let's take a closer look at the options that we have. In the last video I talked about doing a draft of 10 degrees, and here you can see exactly how conical this face becomes when I start to draft it. I can even go pretty high up and do a draft of 45 degrees. So this would be useful if I wish to create quite a grippy surface. However, I'll keep this draft angle 0 for now. I also have this include rounding option, and if I uncheck it, then all of the smooth edges go away and I have sharp edges in my stamping. I really like include rounding, so I'm going to leave that on. And then I have this cut out material option, and when I do that, you can see that the material is cut out and I am left with this sort of extruded hole. This extruded hole is useful, again, for providing grip if you're going to walk on a surface, or you can thread the inside of this to create a threaded connection in sheet metal. No need to weld on a nut or something like that. So it's a nice way to get threads as well, and we can OK that. But what if I want to have threads all the way around, right? What if this, whatever hot thing that I'm going to put in this sheet metal housing needs a lot of bolts, and I'd like to use this channel to do so? Well, I certainly can go one by one, or just create a whole bunch of sketches and try to get this knocked out, but I also retain my path pattern ability. Do you remember that sketch that we made? Let's use that as our path object. And there we've been able to pattern 15 of these extruded holes in our sheet metal. So we're able to do a path pattern, and we're able to do extruded holes all in one video. So we've covered the dimple tool, and in the next video we have some interesting bends to make. Let's talk through it more then.